Howdy, I'm going to show you how to print your entire WordPress blog to a PDF file using Print My Blog WordPress plugin and Firefox by Mozilla. So I've already installed Print My Blog, so you just go to Tools and Print My Blog. You can play with the options if you want. I'm not going to, I'm just going to click Print Page. So then you just wait for it to load all the content. Now, one thing, while it's doing this, we may as well get ourselves ready to create the PDF file. Now, Firefox does not have a built-in way to create PDF files. You have to add an extension to do it. There's a few options. My favorite is the one called Print to PDF. It's free, doesn't have any adware, and it works quite well. So we're just going to open up a new tab while that's happening. While it's preparing the print page, and we're just going to search for Firefox extension print to PDF. See what comes up. There we go. Print to PDF. Get this extension for cute Fox, Firefox, English, US, SS. Print to PDF by Morris. Easily print any page to PDF with just one click. That sounds like us. So I'm going to click Add to Firefox. It says Add Print to PDF. It requires your permission to access your data for all websites. Exit browser tabs. Yep. Add. And now it's appeared. Print to PDF has been added to Firefox. Okay, great. So there's the button. So you can use this for other things besides Print My Blog. Of course, you can print any page. In fact, we can print this page around right now. Just click the icon, Print to PDF. Tell it where you want to put it. And it'll take a few seconds and it'll be there. Let's look at the one I just created. Yeah, that's the page I just asked it to print. It always looks a little different, of course, on the page. And their particular page here isn't too optimized for print, but luckily Print My Blog is. Anyway, so let's go back to the tab that we had where the blog was getting ready for printing. So here it says it's finally all done. So you would click print if you wanted to print to paper, but we don't. We want to create a PDF in this tutorial. So I'm just going to go over here and click on the print to PDF icon. And then I'm going to tell it where to put it. I'm going to change the name here because I've done this tutorial before for another browser. I click Save. Now, one trick here is that while it's pretty fast at creating the PDF file, it's not instantaneous. Even though the file appears quickly, you notice that it says size 0 bytes. It's because it's still being written. So this is a work in progress here. Hold the phone. Don't get too excited. Don't try and open it. If you try and open it right now, this is what happens. It says there's an error. All you need to do is be patient. Wait. So it all depends how big your blog is. Mine, it said it was 125 posts. It's not huge, but it'll take probably best off give it a minute or two. The surest indication is when you hover over it and it says it's not 0 bytes anymore, or if you just try and open it and it works. But it can go a lot faster, of course, if you don't have any images. My blog there has quite a few images, and images are what make these PDFs really big. How big? Well, mine, I think when I just printed it or created a PDF a minute ago using Google Chrome, it was 1/4 of a gigabyte large. So it's a lot of images, a lot of PDF. So Firefox is probably the same here. And So you got to give it credit for being able to handle that big of a PDF file. Let's give it a whirl again here. Oh, there you go, it's done. So, yeah, go down here. I'm zoomed in too much, let's zoom out. And here's all of our blog posts. There's some more ones with my images. Anyways, you may have some questions about these things at the top. Maybe you don't even want them. These little sort of links and page numbers at the bottom, and the date. Maybe you don't want that. There's actually settings in the print to PDF extension that allow you to control that. So I'm going to open up the hamburger menu and go to add-ons and look for print to PDF. Click on its options. Now, unfortunately, its options here, they could be a little bit smoother, but I'm getting it for free, so I can't complain. So it says text for the page's left header. Default value is %T. I have no idea what %T stands for, but I do know it's the text in the left header. So that was, let's open it up again, this thing. Whatever, however, %T tells it to print the blog's title up there, or the website's title. So if we just remove %T, it should get rid of that. I'm going to do that right now. No more blog title. Text for the page's left footer. So that was, oh, so zoomed in. Way down here, the page numbers. I kind of like that. I think that's helpful, so I'm going to leave that. Text for the page's right footer, %D, whatever that means, is the date that is printed. Print My Blog already adds the date, so I think that's kind of redundant. So I'm going to remove that. So again, page's right footer, %D, goodbye %D. And text for the pages, well, the center header, right now it's empty. That means there's nothing there, which is correct. There's nothing in the middle. And if I have nothing in the middle, page's right header, %U, that's the URL. And yeah, I think I want to get rid of that. Not too attractive looking. So I'm going to remove it. Which is right header, %U, %U, goodbye. There, so that should get rid of all those, the URL in the top right corner, the website's name. It's going to leave the page number and remove the date. That sounds pretty good. Now over here, let's look at the other options. The paper width and paper size units. Oh, that could be helpful if you're printing to a different size. Like maybe if you're printing to a book that has some different size pages, you can adjust the width there. Instead of 8.5, you set whatever it is. 11.0. Could be is the default height. The paper size units, 0 for inches, 1 for millimeters. I guess right now I'm on inches. Page content scaling factor. 1 means 100% of normal size. Default is 1. So this is kind of handy. If you want everything on the page to just look a little bit smaller, you can decrease this. You'll have to play around to see what value works best for you, but you could say 0.8, that'd be 80% of the regular height, 0.5 for half the size, etc. Page orientation. 0 means portrait, 1 means landscape. So I think defaults to portrait. That means it's longer, it's taller than it is wide. I think that's usually what people want, but let's be wild. Let's play with all these settings. I'm going to make the content a little bit smaller than usual, and I'm going to make it a landscape view. And then all the next ones are all the page margins. I'm going to make those slightly smaller. Instead of ½ inch, I'm going to be 0.2 of an inch. And I don't even need to save anything. So let's go back to print my blog. And I'm actually going to go back here. I'm going to go back to the print setup page. Oh, I've done it now. I've exhausted Firefox. It says no. I'm too tired to keep doing these things. I'll just close a bunch of tabs on it. Restart Firefox. Okay, here we go. Those are tools. Print the blog again. As you recall, we've adjusted all those settings, so now it's going to print it in a landscape. And usually that's kind of inefficient, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the more advanced print my blog settings. So I'm going to ask it to put some columns on my page. With 3 columns. And I'm also just going to print one category just so it goes a bit faster this time. This is the family stuff. I'll print one moment. And I'm going to print it again. So it's just printing the family posts. It's only 48 instead of 125, so it should go quite a bit faster. Now it doesn't look different on this page here, but where it will look different is when we actually create the PDF file. So when we create the PDF, we're going to give it a different name, Firefox columns. And it shouldn't take quite so long to create the PDF this time. Let's see if it's done already. Nope. It's way to go. Moment still. Now remember, we played with all the settings both in the print to PDF Firefox extension. That's where we told it to remove the website name in the top left corner and the URL in the top right corner and the date in the bottom right corner. And we told it to print everything instead of in portrait orientation and landscape orientation. Let's see if it worked. Whoa, it did. Although, yeah, it's great. Nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. Just the page number. And we got 3 columns. content, and the page is wider than it is tall. Let's zoom out. Yep. This kind of makes it look a bit more like a newspaper. Kind of cool. And one advantage of using columns is that the images just fit into the column. So all the images end up being smaller, but they kind of still look pretty good on the page. Right? Rather than taking up the whole width of the page and using up a ton of ink, they just use a little bit of space there. Yep. There you go. So that's an introduction to the wild world of creating a PDF file using Firefox, and print my blog WordPress plugin.